So the difference between most people and you is you're going to take time to think. I know that sounds crazy, but most people don't do it. Most people are so busy on social media, answering their email, looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram, looking at LinkedIn, that they don't take time to think. I want you to schedule some time to think every week. This is something I learned from one of my mentors years ago, and it looks like this for me. Like, I go to my launch pad, which we've already talked about. I sit, I have a piece of paper and a pen and nothing else. Or I have a dry board like this, and I'm thinking through it. And I do it one of two ways. I do it like this. I go, all right, so here's the problem I'm thinking about. So the problem I'm thinking about, let's say, is how we're going to build this business. How to build. And I'll draw it like that, and then I'll put one of these. This is the magic. Right there. And what happens when I do this, my brain says, got to fill that in. We're going to need funding. All right? All right, we're going to need marketing. All right? We're going to need a team. And this is what I do. And I just keep putting this mark, and I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. And this magic thing happens. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, the obvious things start to come out. Boom, 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 boom. And you start to create this list. And then, after that amount of time, you have to start thinking deeper because it's not so obvious what you should write down, right? And you start thinking, you know what? A players. And under A players, Billy and Allison. And what would that look like? Okay, not Allison, that's a B player. A, just kidding. But then you start thinking deeper, and then another thing happens. 15 more minutes go by, and then inspiration happens. Then the universe starts to help, and infinite intelligence, God, whatever you want to call it, starts helping you to think of things that you might not have been able to think of. And when you get done, you have this amazing list of things that you've created, and now you start to say, all right, now let's start circling some of these, and what am I actually going to make an action plan out of this, and how do I do that? Imagine if you did that once a week. Imagine if once a week you said, I'm going to have an hour of thinking time once a week, and I'm just going to put this hour aside, and I'm just going to sit and I'm going to think. And then during the week, if you have a problem and you say, all right, here's a problem that we got to solve, guys. We got to figure out how to build this thing. You say, I'm going to put that on my list. And you put it on your thinking time list, so the next time you have time to think, you have time to go to that list, pull that out, and say, I'm going to think about that for an hour, and I'll get back to you guys on Friday. That's magic. There's magic in that. All right, guys.